Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Muriel, this Nurse Muriel. To my new subbies, hey, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. To my oldies but goodies, welcome back y'all. So y'all saw the sign. Today I am had a passport appointment at the post office for my son. I'm gonna try to turn this air down, y'all, because I heard the quality of the sound on my last video was so bad because of my air conditioner, and I do not speak loudly. I have tried all my life to speak louder and I can't. I'm just a soft-spoken person. When I try to speak loudly, it sounds like a screech. But anyway, so yeah, we're leaving the post office. I have had my passport. I haven't had it for a long time, y'all, but I have had it for about 7 years. I've been out of the country twice. I plan to make that several more times. Actually looking to probably plan. No, actually I've been out of the country, I would say 3 times. Once was on a cruise, and y'all, we docked at the Bahamas, but the other 2 times I've flown out of the country. I plan to make that many more times, but I have had my passport for about 7 years. But my children, my son has had his about 2 years, my other son, and now I went and did the application for 2 of my other children, and their passport appointments at the post office is for today. If you have never gotten your passport before, I can tell you the process that I went through. Y'all probably have, some cities have the office where you can go and get it expedited and get it the same day. I've never done that process. The process I have done is I have the long form birth certificate, I have their ID, I go to Walgreens, they take their passport photos, I do the application online, and then I print the application off. I make a passport appointment at the post office. We are leaving the post office. We just went to the post office. It was a total of $167.50. That's with the fee. I got the full passport book, not the, I think there's a card in the book or something. I got the full book. So they actually mail off your original birth certificate, so you won't get that back. They get a copy of your ID. I buy my money orders right there at the post office because they only accept certain money orders, cashier checks, things of that nature, certain ones. And yeah, we did everything. Even though my son is nonverbal, he was able to sign his name. And yeah, so we just did that. It'll be 4 to 6 weeks before it arrives. We'll get the birth certificate in one envelope, one letter when it returns, and then we'll get the passport in another. That's the process for applying for your passport, for the way that I did it. And that's the way my son did it, and that's the way these 2 are going to do it. So my son's appointment was at 10 o'clock this morning. We were in and out within 14 minutes, and my daughter's appointment is for 12. So we just left there. Now I really don't have a destination, y'all. I do work this afternoon, but I'm trying to get my son out and about, just, you know, ride him around somewhere. Y'all know I do this during the summer because he doesn't have school, and just to get him out of the house. So we just ride around a little bit. I need to get some plans for this weekend, y'all. Tomorrow's the 4th of July. I don't want to be at anybody's barbecue per se, but I do want some grilled chicken. Like, I love a barbecue off the grill. I love grilled meat with barbecue. Has to have barbecue. I love that. Like, I need to buy my own grill so I can start grilling at my house for myself. I love grilled hamburger, grilled chicken, grilled hot dog. I just love the taste of grilled food. I think once I get myself really situated and settled, I'm gonna start just grilling my own meat at night, because I love grill. I like it off of a charcoal grill, although I will eat it off of the other type of grill, but I like it off of a charcoal grill. Let's talk about when you start a new job. And the only reason I'm going to speak on this is because when I got off last night, I got relief from a nurse who has worked day shift and now has transitioned to night shift. However, he has never been trained on a night shift. He has never worked a night shift in that facility. And y'all, when you start a job, whatever shift you're going to work, even if you change shifts in the middle of working at that facility, always do at least one night of training on the shift that you'll be moving to. You may think, okay, I'm gonna go from day shift to night shift, and you may think, okay, you know, it's the same job, it's the same facility, whatever. But it's not always like that. So when he came in last night to relieve me, y'all, he had no idea how night shift was running that building as far as like the duties that needed to be done on night shift. And I will say, the nurse that he was working with was an agency nurse, and she is not the type to be trained in it. Like, I'm not going to say this for all agency nurses, because I wasn't this type of agency nurse. I was the type of agency nurse, I don't care if you're a staff, agency, or whatever. I'm going to help you, and I'm going to show you how to do things, because regardless if you're a staff worker here, if you're new, you don't know what you're doing. You know, chances are you don't know everything. But this nurse, this agency nurse, was not the type to be, she's not the type that's going to be assisting other nurses. And so I know he probably had a rough time last night. And I hated it, and I almost wanted to stay and help him. I did show him how to set the pumps, and, you know, but there are different duties on night shift on jobs than there are on day shift. And there are different duties on day shift versus night shift. And so if you're going to be switching between shifts, please just take like maybe a night or so, or a couple hours out of the new shift. Just go in and like shadow just to see, because I'm going to say in long-term care and in long-term care type of settings, there are things that have to be done. So like temperature checks on like refrigerators are done on night shift. Lab work and labs are done on night shift. Like if you are a facility that draws blood, 9 times out of 10, if you have to draw the blood, we normally do it on night shift. At the most a day shift nurse may do is write the order, unless it's a stat draw. If it's a stat draw, the day shift nurse may draw it. She may just call a supervisor to come do it. But if you are night shift nurses, normally draw the labs, sometimes we prepare the paperwork. There are times that the day shift will prepare the paperwork because the order actually came in on day shift. But if it's not a stat draw, then night shift will do the blood draw. Or if lab comes in and they're doing a draw, just make sure you have the paperwork and everything accessible for the lab technician to come in and grab and do the blood draw. The facility I work, we prepare tube feeding bags for the next night. When we come in, the bags are prepared for us already, but every night prepares for the next night. This nurse was not aware of that. He had no idea you know what I'm saying? He didn't know anything about that. We switch over all bags, tube feeding bags, at night. I left there feeling like, oh my goodness, this is going to be a hard night for him. I'm sure he'll eventually figure it out. But, you know, and hopefully that nurse, you know, hopefully he wasn't too shy or too whatever to ask questions before I left. Like I said, I did set one of the pumps up for him, because our consumers, some of them go to just water flushes at night and no feeding, and you have to reset the pumps. And the pumps were new to him. He was not familiar with those pumps. They were not the type of pumps that they use at his regular job. And when I'm talking about pumps, I'm talking about tube feeding pumps. Because I hate that if he came and had such a horrible night that it made it hard on the morning nurse that was coming after him, or that he'll decide, you know, I'm not coming back here anymore. Because there are some nurses, after one bad shift, they don't come back. So y'all, my weight loss is going good. When I stepped on the scale yesterday at work, I was at 290, y'all. I am hopeful by tomorrow, when I weigh in on the scale that I usually weigh in on, y'all, fingers crossed, I'm hoping that I hit 289. What I am going to do is I'm going to work out every day this weekend, though. I am going to do some type of at-home workout every day this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to do another way. I'm going to do a weigh-in Friday, and I'm going to show y'all what that is. All right, y'all, I'm about to step on the scale. And then I'm going to do another weigh-in Monday to see what damage I did over the weekend, and I'll show y'all what that is. So those will be the 2 days as far as days that I do my weigh-ins that I will record for you guys. I will talk to y'all on the next one. We're not going to do a book corner today because off the top of my head, I've read so many books or listened to so many books, I can't even choose one. So on the next video, I'm going to review the books that I'm currently listening to. I'm almost done with the second book. It's The Baker's Bully. It's a good book, and I'm going to review those on the next video. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.